Tēnā koutou tamariki mā. That means hello to all the children. Hi everybody from Nature Kindy. I thought I'd share another video with you with some more stories and songs today. We've got the peanut song. Don't let Jo have any of it because we know she's allergic. We've got the King's Pudding, which is a really cool story. And got a special story. This one's especially for Benji because I promised Benji last week I'd bring this story to share with him on Friday. So I can't bring it to Nature Kindy on Friday because Nature Kindy's not happening, but I can share it with you now. Benji told me about how he was going to see a Greedy Cat show, and I told him I had a Greedy Cat story. So I thought I would share this one with you. It's called Greedy Cat and the Goldfish. Let's call everybody onto our mat. Tamariki ma, haere ki te whare ki. Tamariki ma, haere ki te whare ki. So this is a story called The King's Pudding, and it's one that I really enjoy reading. You know, it's a cool story because you can read it as a book, but you can also use different characters to tell the story if you want to do a little play on your own. So I have some little characters. I have the king and I have the queen, and sometimes I use these to tell the story. But if you don't have those pictures at home, you could use your stick puppets. Some of you might remember this guy and this one. So I might pretend that he's the king, she's the queen, this might be the prince, and I can tell the story using stick puppets. You might have some little dolls at home, like little toys. This might be the queen or the prince, the princess. Let's try it and see. The King's Pudding. The king made a pudding. It was round, it was brown, and it smelled delicious. The king picked up his spoon, but the queen shouted, "Stop, stop! That pudding might be too hot. I will taste it for you." So the queen went nibble, nibble, munch, munch, gobble, gobble, crunch, crunch, and some of the pudding was gone. "No," said the queen. "It wasn't too hot." The king picked up his spoon, but the prince shouted, "Stop, stop! That pudding might be too cold. I will taste it for you." So the prince went nibble, nibble, munch, munch, gobble, gobble, crunch, crunch, and more of the pudding was gone. "No," said the prince. "It wasn't too cold." The king picked up his spoon, but the knight shouted, "Stop, stop! That pudding might be too sour. I will taste it for you." So the knight went nibble, nibble, munch, munch, gobble, gobble, crunch, crunch, and all of the pudding was gone. "No," said the knight, "it wasn't too sour." "My pudding," cried the king. The king made another pudding. It was round, it was brown, and it smelled delicious. The king picked up his spoon. "Stop, stop!" shouted the queen. "Stop, stop!" shouted the prince. "Stop, stop!" shouted the knight. "We will taste it for you." "No," said the king. "I will taste it myself." And that's exactly what he did. Now I thought we'd do the peanut song. So I've got a piece of paper and I've made some railway tracks on there. I've got my peanut, it sits in the middle of the tracks. And in the song I need a big green train. And something really bad happens to the peanut in the song. There's a great big loud smash. Are you ready to sing? I might need your help. A peanut sitting on the railway track, its heart was all a-flutter. Around the corner came a great green train. Ooh, ooh, happened to the peanut? It turned into peanut butter. A red, ripe, juicy tomato. A tomato was sitting on the railway tracks, its heart was all a-flutter. Around the corner came a great green train. Woo! Woo! Smash! What happened to the tomato? Tomato sauce. Next we have a lemon. Pop the lemon on the track. A lemon was sitting on the railway track, its heart was all a-flutter. Around the corner came a great big train. Woo! Woo! Smash! Do you know what happened to the lemon when it got smashed? Lemonade. Looks like a good drink. And last of all, we had a red, ripe strawberry. A strawberry sitting on the railway track, its heart was all a-flutter. Around the corner came a great green train. Woo! Woo! Smash! Strawberry is gone, and now we have strawberry jam. I wonder what else could be sitting on the track ready to get smashed. This is the story of Greedy Cat and the Goldfish. Greedy Cat and the Goldfish by Joy Cowley. When Grandma went on holiday, her little goldfish came to stay. Katie said, "I'll goldfish sit. I know how to look after it." Mum said, "Katie, whatever you do, watch out for Mr. You-know-who." Katie smiled at Greedy Cat, who was lying on the kitchen mat. Greedy Cat is kind and sweet. He knows it's not a fish to eat. But Greedy Cat was thinking, yummy yum, a goldfish, a delicious little cold fish, served up in a bowlfish, a snack for Greedy Cat. A bit of a climb, a bit of a hop, and that cat was on the tabletop. Near the bowl he began to purr and dribble down his orange fur. "Look," said Katie, "he wants to send a message to his goldfish friend." But Greedy Cat was thinking. He could flick it with his paw, catch it on a fish hook claw, and lift it dripping to his jaw, a snack for Greedy Cat. As he leaned across the bowl, it shook and then began to roll. A wave of water gurgled out. Katie jumped up with a shout. "He tried to give the fish a pat! Get off the table, Greedy Cat!" He jumped and landed on the floor and ran stomp stomp out of the door. Yow! He'd lost his goldfish snack, but he would wait and he'd be back. Mum said, "I don't trust that cat. He's far too greedy and far too fat. I know he's going to help himself. Let's put the goldfish up on a shelf." Later that cat came through the door and sneaked across the kitchen floor. The table was empty. No little fish. No nice snack in a round glass dish. Meow! From the corner of his hungry eyes, he saw the fishbowl way up high. This wasn't right. This wasn't fair. He'd never be able to jump up there. Then he saw the curtains by the shelf, and he purred a deep purr to himself. He couldn't jump, but he could climb. Look out, goldfish, supper time! Greedy Cat was thinking. That little fish was round and sweet, a golden fishbowl full of meat. Soon it would be a yummy treat, a snack for Greedy Cat. Up he climbed with tooth and claw, up the curtains paw by paw. Up, he didn't stop, up, until he was nearly at the top. And then the curtain gave a rip, and Greedy Cat began to slip. Greedy Cat was going to fall with the curtain off the wall. Down he slipped, and down some more. The curtain ripped, the curtain tore. He yelled out loud, but could not stop. Down he went. Down, down, plop. Katy ran in. Oh, goodness, no! Mum looked and said, I told you so. From this day on, that Greedy Cat can stay outside. And that is that. Dear cat, I'm sorry, Katy said. You have to sleep in the garden shed. Not for long, a couple of days, until Grandma's back from her holidays. But look, said Katy, here's a treat. Fish that a cat is allowed to eat. Then she put in his food dish some delicious sardine fish. Greedy Cat was thinking, wrong colour, wrong kind, but he didn't really mind. In this lot he would find a snack for Greedy Cat. Now, said Katy, stay out of trouble. Prr, prr, prr. Gobble, gobble, gobble. And here's Greedy Cat fast asleep. Wonder what he's dreaming about. Maybe you have a cat at your house. Maybe you have a cat who is really greedy. One day, when we're back at Nature Kindy and things are a little bit more back to normal, I wonder if they'll do the Greedy Cat show again. And some of you who have tickets might be able to use them then. Sounds like fun.